Hello, and welcome to the Fifth Edition Folio, presented by the Masters of Futzing About. My name is Anna, and I am the DM for this campaign, which mixes the classic fun of D&D. You got your races, got your classes, got your magic, got your fighting, all that good stuff, in a completely homebrewed setting inspired by the works of Shakespeare. So all of those characters and places and its own weird magic will be mixed in to create a fun adventure. Now, if you haven't read Shakespeare in a hot second, you'll be fine. It's okay. This is very much its own story. But if you have read some stuff, just enjoy those references. And overall, we hope you have fun with us and enjoy as we see what happens and what unfolds in this super nerdy combo of D&D and Shakespeare. Enjoy.
We're golden, we're great, we're grand. Okay. So, in the kingdom of Navarre, there's the port city of Balea, and it is bustling. It's even bigger than the capital. Traders and all sorts of people coming and going from various lands, and it's early summer. It's warm and bright, sunny, but you're by the coast, so there's that nice breeze going through, and all of the buildings are colorful and bright. As you walk around, each one has a different vibrant shade. And this early morning, it's still probably, maybe around 8 in the morning. So, not the crack of dawn, but still fairly early. Two individuals meet in front of the Lost Post Tavern. And they are not Bastion. They would be David and Teek's characters. So if you both, we can start with David and then go to Teek. If you'd like to describe what they look like, you may do so.
Yeah. So you can look at that screenshot that I accidentally prematurely sent in the chat. If anyone can't see it in the chat, because I think I sent it on accident before everyone was in. So I'll just send it a second time instantly again, because that's an interesting way that it works. That's a little rough outline of what he looks like. So I'm about 6'2", somewhere between 180 and 200 pounds of pretty cut muscle, wearing a long black hooded cloak with some fairly tight fitting but mobile looking robes underneath, with several bandoliers and things on his vest with different pouches and pockets. And the distinctive thing about him is that on his head, he wears a completely featureless white mask with no eye holes, nose, mouth, anything. And looking pretty energized this morning. And my name's Alistair.
Cool. And then Teek, if you would like to describe your character.
Yes, I am also quite tall. I am a 6'9" white dragonborn, and I'm dressed in completely red leather, lots of studs, and if you look closely, you can see like the, muscles or lines between all of my scales are like slightly red. I have a very stout face, kind of like a little gecko. I've got fins, yes, geckos are very cute, but like Red is not cute. She looks like she wants to fight everybody at all times, and she carries a morning star on her hip and a short sword on her back, and is very, very hangover and leaning heavily on her new friend. Because we got wasted last night.
Do you want to pick me up?
I would love that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't think this tavern open, DM.
Right now, looks like it's technically open. It's not currently very busy, but there looks to be maybe someone behind.
I'll just sort of
counter.
lurch into the bar and just be like, yeah, I need a double of whiskey. Slap some coins on the bar counter.
Okay, you see a blonde gentleman with kind of like a little scruff. Maybe looks a little young, like maybe he's the son of somebody who's working here. What? Huh?
Double whiskey.
Oh, okay. That'll be 4 silver.
There.
Oh, thanks. And he just takes it and pours you, and then hands it over to you.
Just walk out. Don't say anything else. I just walk up, hand it to her.
Ah, I really like you.
Yes, yes.
Were we supposed to like meet somebody somewhere? There was another ship.
Here.
Yes.
Meet here. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, both of you, real quick. Do perception checks for me on this fine, bright morning.
Perception.
9.
It's a 5.
Hangover.
Great.
Good start.
I'm playing
good
tough,
start.
but clearly I'm feeling it too. I'm like, you can't see behind the mask. My eyes are just bloodshot. There's bags. It's bad.
Okay. As you all are kind of like looking around, kind of waiting, Alistair, you notice there's like a little alleyway, and you're like, oh, that's nice. In that alleyway, which you don't see, which we'll come to, Evan, if you would like to describe your character, who is currently taking a bit of a respite in the alleyway.
You see a pretty scrawny, gaunt, pale half-elf with like stringy black hair with a cloak wrapped around him to keep him warm. There's a couple of liquor bottles at his feet, and he's just kind of passed out in the alleyway with his head kind of sunken into his chest, snoring away.
And as you're snoring, you feel something like touching your face. And as you kind of swipe, you hear a wow! And there's a cat.
Yeah, bad kitty.
Oh, hold on,
Bad kitty.
So
I'm gonna try to shoo the cat away. Bad kitty. No.
Okay, you see the
Sleeping.
cat, and it kind of like runs off. It's a little gray, kind of scraggly cat, and it runs out of the alleyway. And Alistair, and then Red, which we'll get to your name in a minute. You see a cat kind of run out of the alleyway really quickly after having meowed a couple times. And then
Can I try to like scoop the cat?
Yeah, make a dex check for me. Go ahead, just straight dexterity.
Straight dex?
Mhm.
I'm hungover. 10.
10. I'll do the thing for the cat. Well, this cat actually is pretty friendly, it seems, because like you kind of reached your hand out and tried to scoop it up, and it was like, oh, a person maybe with food, and it kind of comes up and starts rubbing on you.
Give him some scritches.
I will also give the cat some scritches.
No.
And Evan, you hear your fella hears kind of the cat still kind of meowing, but starting to purr a little bit ways away, and maybe some soft kind of voices just out at the end.
Oh, it is a cute cat. Maybe I was a little mean to it. Ugh, it's a little grumpy this morning. Ugh. I'm gonna see if there's anything left in my bottle.
Go ahead and you end up, there's a little bit, and you're able to take a sip.
Good.
Real quick, as you do that, do a wisdom check for me.
That is an 18.
An 18, okay.
Yes.
You take a sip, kind of the end of your bottle. For a second, you think you feel something might be in the bottle. And you look,
Take over.
and you see a severed human thumb.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
have I seen this before anywhere?
With that wisdom check, and as you kind of like look away and collect yourself and look back, almost maybe when shaking your head, it disappears. And there is something a little, it's unusual, but also familiar in an unsettling way.
I'll put the
Oh
bottle
shit,
down.
Red, I'm missing my thumb. Oh my god.
It's a magic.
Is this your thumb?
That boar got you real good yesterday.
I asked you not to bring up the board
Listen,
again.
I said that I would never let you forget it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the bottle down and I'm gonna head over to these people petting the cat.
Okay.
Excuse me. Any of you know if any of the taverns are open yet?
Yeah, I just bought a drink there.
I think that one. Hey.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pet the kitty if it's still here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was so mean to you, kitty.
A little gray cat.
Kitty!
Love it.
I'm sorry I was so mean, kitty cat.
Oh.
Yeah, you should be.
So
Very
this
good of
this
you.
sketchy homeless man comes up to us,
Yeah.
starts petting a cat. Can I do like an insight check on this man? Be like, hey, is he all right? Does he need like something other than a drink? Does he just need some hair of the dog, or does he need like help?
Do an insight check.
Does he need therapy?
Does he need help?
I'm so hungover today, I can't roll. 7.
A 7. Okay. I would say with a 7, I mean, you see his exterior and what he looks like. I mean, I don't know. What do you, I mean, Evan, it's your call, like how much you think you might be your vibe.
I mean,
that you're
you
just
would at
general
least
giving off.
be able to notice that like the clothes I'm wearing, while like torn and dirty and very old, did used to be very, very nice at one point. I can at least probably say that. Base observation.
It's not too.
But not to be rude. Were you sleeping in that alleyway?
I suppose I was. I don't quite remember how I got there. I was at the bar, and then I woke up there. But
That's
yes,
rough, buddy.
yeah, it's been a rough while.
Oh, it has, hasn't it?
I do that thing where I start looking for the person we were supposed to meet. And I'm like,
So you folks off to a tavern? You off for some libations?
I think we just came from all of that. Have we slept tonight? I don't remember
slept. Yeah, I don't know if you slept.
I don't know if I did.
I got in a good 4 hours.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm not feeling my best. I only ran a 10K this morning, so it's not my.
Wow, all right, Alistair,
Wow.
and your endurance and whatever.
Turkey trot on Thanksgiving.
Evan, as your character comes in and you approach the bar, the young guy behind kind of gives you a look of like, you want something too, like some coffee or?
Yeah, coffee if you whiskey in it if you have. I
And
think that'll perk me right up.
all right, that'll be a 3 silver.
Rummage around in my coin pouch and slap it down.
Okay, and he'll fix it up for you and get you a nice Irish coffee going, I guess. As you all are kind of like looking and waiting and having your hair of the dog as needed, about maybe 5 minutes goes by of this being the only 3 people at 8 in the morning in a bar.
That's the place to be.
Starting the day strong.
Alistair's like literally twiddling his thumbs. He's just sitting there.
You see kind of coming in a little hurriedly, but with purpose. You see who two of you would recognize, one of you wouldn't. A dwarvish woman, kind of long silver gray hair, kind of braided back, wearing simple gray robes and a metal kind of chain necklace with like a little red cord in it. And she kind of comes around. Oh, hello, dears. How are you this morning?
Great.
Mm.
Really
Right.
good. Really good.
I see you had a fun time in the city then.
Hey,
Right.
fun is a word for it.
And she looks over your way, Evan, kind of gives you an eye. Oh,
Meet our new friend, and then I realized too late into the sentence that I never asked this man his name. And I just go, meet our new friend, Guy.
Oh, well, you can call me Brody.
Brody. Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And, well, did you all party the night away then together? Or you just met, I should say. That's right.
Right.
Yeah, he was chasing a cat.
Oh, I
He
see.
was. It's quite a cute cat, I must say.
And
It is a
actually,
cute cat. I do regret chasing.
the cat actually has come in and is kind of like going and kind of rubbing between your feet, Brody, and seems to be very keen on you.
Well, I suppose that's that then. Hello, kitty.
You notice that,
Oh.
Brody, do an insight check for me real quick.
He'll do. Oh boy, that is a solid 7.
We're
A
all
solid
hungover.
7. Just start the morning off strong.
No.
The cat seems really, really keen, really kind of happy to see you. I will say you do kind of clock the dwarvish woman looking at the cat, and then she kind of gives you a hard look, Brody. Right, dear. Are you not where you expected to be at this point in your life?
Well, I definitely didn't expect to wake up in an alley.
I lean over to the red and I'm like, clerics are always evangelizing, Watcher.
No, I'm fine. Exactly where I need to be. Thank you. Thank you.
Aye.
Well, I'm not trying to evangelize or trying to do anything of that sort that would make anybody uncomfortable, but I mean, well, you just have a look about you like you might be, I don't know, running from something?
I do a lot of traveling, yes.
Right. Well, you know, a group of us are traveling together over, if you'd like to, 2 of your new friends here will be joining, and well, if you're looking for adventure or your next travel, you're welcome to join us today. We've nothing here that's keeping you.
I'm going to do a quick look around, make sure there's nothing here keeping me, and if nothing else going on, Alistair was your name?
Yeah.
And I didn't catch yours. I turned to the Dragonborn.
You can call me the Red Douglas.
Yes.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
It's a interesting accent you have. Where are you from?
I am from. Sorry, DM. Is it still?
What a mean question to ask on session 1.
So
It
are
would
we, are we
be
calling it Scotland, or is it still?
so. Right now, it's referred to as the
boy.
Kingdom of Macbeth because that's who's ruling it.
That makes
But
sense,
Alpha is what it was formerly known as.
Right. Right. Well, you would know it as the Kingdom of Macbeth right now, but that tyrant will pay for things that he has done specifically to me.
Indeed, he will, and he should. Yes.
Thank you.
Not a fan of the man myself, I would say.
Excellent. Do you want to come with me on my conquest to, I don't know, maybe murder him?
I would happily leave all the motoring to you and stay across the sea here, where it's safe. But
All right,
I
well,
will cheer you on from here.
I will. I turned to the red. I'm like, when we were talking about it, you just mentioned making money fighting. I feel like
Well, yeah, that's step one. Make a lot of money. Get good.
Sure.
Step two.
Get good.
I'm just saying, it might be an easier of a sell to just say, fighting and making money.
Listen, you gotta shake it up sometimes. People want the intrigue of.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a cool plan. I just don't know that many people are going to want to sign up and overthrow a king.
Well, listen. Sometimes you just gotta start with the end goal, and then whoever wants to stick along. You gotta weed out the weak sometimes, and I don't have time for weaklings. And I see that you are not, obviously. I don't know about this guy right now.
Alistair is so impressed with this logic. He's like sitting here thinking. Behind the mask, he's sitting here and being like, I should really change how I introduce myself to people. He's just quietly contemplating this.
Yeah, so that's the long-term possibly overthrow. I'm not really sure about that step yet, but step one, make money. Fight things.
Well, I can get behind that.
Good. You're in.
All right. Well, if you'd like to finish your drinks then, and we can set off towards the docks and our next travel destination. And Dwarven Woman leaves the bar. And I assume you all follow suit, follow behind?
Yeah, but I do lean over to the red as we're walking, and I'm like, come on, don't tell him about the fucking boar.
We'll see. It's a fun topic.
As you all are making your way, as you will make your way and kind of head over towards the docks, we'll actually pan over there to the docks. And currently it's actually pretty bustling, pretty busy. And there is the dockmaster who actually kind of has a small line forming of people there to talk with him as they try to set off on various travels, kind of arrange certain payments, mooring boats, all of that situation, starting bright and early. And we have Sean, your character. The sun is shining and it hurts your eyes. The seagulls are screeching, it's the worst. Your head's pounding. You still have at least half a bottle of something in your hand.
DM, how close am I to these seagulls? Are they in the air, or are they kind of around me?
There are some that are kind of throughout the air, but then one kind of lands over and kind of squawks over and makes its way over to kind of see if you have any food or anything. It's maybe about 5 feet away from you.
Fucking hell. And I'm gonna pull out my dagger and literally just slice this little, cut his throat off. And I'm gonna say, shut the hell up.
Make an attack roll to see if you hit the seagull.
Oh my God.
The first violence of the night.
Here we go.
What did I say earlier?
What is a seagull's AC?
I'm gonna know.
I feel like it has to be high. Imagine trying to punch a bird.
It's true.
All right, here we go. Does a 14 hit?
Let me see. I said I made you do it, and then look what its AC is. A 14 does hit, yes. And it has all of 1 hit point, so I think you did it.
All right, that's much better.
There's just a brief spray of white feather and blood.
And I'll just dinner. And I take it. I'm gonna stuff this seagull in my bag.
And you put it in your backpack.
Mhm.
Great. After you do that, lick your fingers, look around.
Can we just say like real quick that there's like probably like some sailor on a boat loading a box and he looks
Who's
over and it's just like Jesus Christ.
Actually, Megan and Kara, could you two make perception checks?
However you think something's gonna go down, like it just you can't plan for it when Sean's involved.
Let me stab that bird.
That seagull is dinner.
That's a 20.
13.
Okay. I would say that Megan, you're currently in line to talk to the harbor master, and you're kind of focused a little bit forward. You're maybe like one or two people at this point. One person's gone off. You're just one person behind. Kara, you hear it immediately, just that cut of life mid squawk, and turn and see what just went down. And this person is probably maybe like some 50 feet away, just kind of on the next kind of like dock over, kind of leaning up against a post, having just done this.
So, Seagull squawk, just so I'm clear. Seagull squawks. He pulls out a dagger, slices the throat of the seagull, and stuffs it in his bag.
Yeah, he does like a little bit of a lick and then stuffs it in his bag.
Anna, can you do a quick seagull squawk for us?
Sure. Yeah, hold on.
Dying
God.
death throes of
Yeah.
a seagull.
Yeah,
You got this.
No, it's like midway through. I don't know.
That was exactly what it sounded like. That's exactly what it
I am very keen not to draw attention to myself, so I am going to clock it and keep an eye on him. But at the moment, I'm just, if there's any kind of like I don't know, it's probably very open, but if there's anything remotely that I can kind of like hide behind or whatever, I'm
When you
gonna
see
be
someone
trying
weird
to
on a
blend
subway.
in with the, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be trying to like,
And in fact, real quick, we'll go back. Sean, if you would like to describe what you look like, you can do so. And then we'll do Kara and then Megan. Describe yourselves, but first up, Sean.
Yeah, for sure. So my guy, he's not a very tall guy, but a burly dude. He looks like short and stout. He's wearing a cape right now, but his hood is down, so you can see that he's got some nice like red hair, some like like an auburny red hair, and his skin, from what you can tell, is this like burnt orange kind of color to him, and his hair is about not really shoulder length, just above shoulder length. It's wispy,
In this morning
locks.
breeze that's now being like filled with feathers.
Exactly.
And would you describe like kind of what their background might be, kind of like fantasy race wise?
Oh yeah. Of course I can. He's a half orc, so he looks like he's human, but he's got some orky features.
nice.
Orky?
Orcish.
Orcish.
Yeah.
Orcish features.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. Cool. So then, Carp, you'd like to describe, and then Megan.
So I am very much trying to like be one with the shadows. But at the moment I have a heavy black cloak on, hood definitely up. So hopefully you can't make out a lot of features, but if and when you do, underneath the cloak, you will see very, very bright, vibrant, like almost lime green eyes that have vertical pupils. And the skin is kind of a snake green, with just like almost a hint of sort of reptilian almost scales. The teeth are sharp. They come to like a sharp point instead of smooth. The ears are pointed and forked. Her hair is very long, like waist length, shiny black, not done up at all, just like hanging down. And in the center of her forehead are sort of charcoal black horns that curl backwards, like almost like a half crown. Very gaunt too. Like she's 5'6", so like medium height, and very, very, very thin, very gaunt.
All right. And then Megan.
Are we standing in line together, or are we?
Yes, you are standing in line together, and you are. Yeah,
oh, okay, so we're both in line. Okay, I was gonna let her take the lead, and then let me kind of. Okay.
Yeah. And I would say that's the reason why. Yeah, you clocked orange guy with the bird, Kara, but Megan, you're about to be in line and talk to the harbor master next. So if you'd like to describe what you look like, you can.
Gotcha. I also have like my traveling cloak on. It's like a deep forest green, but underneath it is also 6'2", slim build. He's got like a curly mop of pinkish red hair, with also like magenta pink eyes, and little elf ears.
Nice. And did you say what were your pronouns again?
He, him.
He, him. Cool. Good to know. Good to know for me. Cool. All right. So, as you approach the harbor master, you see a halfling gentleman kind of set up a little bit, and there's a kind of small desk and got a quill and kind of writing things down and having talked to people. Salt and pepper, but very fancy, well cared for mustache. And he kind of looks up to you. Yes, hello, how can I help you?
We would like passage for 2 to, are we going to Anglia?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. To Anglia, please.
All right, so we have one boat, ship, the boats, they come, they go, the ships, they come, they go. Anyway, we have one that's very fancy. If you want to stay in the captain's quarters or, officers' quarters, you could do so for maybe 100 gold a night, so, 500 gold overall.
No, we will take the cheapest one.
Oh, he kind of just gives you a look up down. I see. And he kind of flips to the back of his book and looks. Yes. I think they are departing later today with a bunch of similar travelers. A merchant ship, the Sprite. You could go on that, and you could pay a total of 3 gold. Or you could perhaps talk to the captain, work out the deal if you have any nautical experience, and kind of close the book. So, in the capacity.
I turn around and I say, do you have any nautical skills, or should we just take the deal?
Gold. I'll cover it.
We'll take it for 3 gold.
All right, and what name should I put down?
Wait, I know my friend's name. Just give me a moment. Let me search for it in my mind.
Viridis Nox for me.
Yes. And Foxrose Oakshade.
Foxrose Oakshade. Unique. All right, well, safe journey. Next.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm kind of shocked as he kind of yells. At this point, our party of 4 from the tavern has made their way, and with the dwarven woman kind of leading the way, she talks briefly to the harbor master. He kind of is as nicely polite to her as anybody else, and indicates the same ship, the Sprite.
Can I just say that I stand, like when she goes and talks with him, I stand right behind her and just sort of loom.
And the names of your compatriots.
I will also loom.
So you have a really sweet
Stand back a little bit.
You have a really sweet looking dwarvish lady, and then just boom.
Two tall freaks.
I see. Yeah. So Florence, and she's like, right. Florence. I know her name. Good God. Florence Steelspine. That would be me, and my compatriots would be Alistair and the Red Douglas. He writes that down. And you, sir. He kind of shouts over to you, Brody.
Oh yeah, I'm coming. Yes.
Right. And what name should I put in the log?
Brody will do fine.
Brody. And with that, Sean, your character, kind of the shouting back and forth, you clock and recognize the name Brody, who you traveled with recently, and clock and see, the person that the day before you saw.
Okay. And I'm still sitting on the dock, just sitting there like on the dock of the bay. Killing some birds all along the way. Okay. I'll keep sitting there, and I'll clock them, and then I'll just put my hood up.
Okay, yeah, and I would say with your passive perception, Brody, you don't necessarily clock them. So you all are kind of ushered off, and you'll end up actually probably passing where Sean's character is, kind of further along down the harbor, to get onto the Sprite.
What's with all these fucking feathers?
Oh, was there a fight? Please tell me there was. This looks like a fight.
Guessing someone
Sometimes seagulls fight. I've seen them do it. Over like a fish or something. Yeah.
Like over
fish.
bread.
Yeah. That's really why you shouldn't feed birds. They forget about it. That's the main reason. Yeah. They fight.
Oh, right.
So you all make your way over to the Sprite. Sean.
If I want to be the last person. I want to make sure everybody's like in front of me, and I'm just like slow as they're talking. I'll just kind of get up and maybe do a roundabout way. I don't want to stand too close to everybody.
Okay, do a stealth check for me.
Okay.
Yes, do it.
14.
14. Okay. Let me just double check. Okay.
It's my passive.
I was about to say.
You know what? Actually, sorry, because I'm wearing I put my hood up, so I have advantage. Let me do that one more time.
See.
Yeah, 14 is the best I can do.
Okay. Cool. Veritas.
Tonight.
That individual, the whole seagull incident, hood up, following you. So it's you two, maybe like 20 feet behind, party of four, but then not too far behind, kind of lurking, clearly trying not to be seen. You see.
Trying not to be seen.
Doing a good job of it overall in a bustling kind of.
Okay, good.
Yeah. No, people are coming and going. Nope, but nobody else noticed. But there it is.
So, yeah.
You kind of were aware of this person already, and kind of are just keeping an eye on everything and kind of looking, but you definitely notice he's following this group headed over towards the Sprite.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until we get like closer to the boat. So I want to see if I want to see if he wants to get on this boat.
Okay.
If he doesn't, if I let me know if he goes somewhere else, then I want to keep an eye. But for now, I want to see if he's gonna get on the same boat that we are.
Sure. And I would say that, Sean, you would know that, again, having from the conversations and everything, that this particular vessel is heading towards Anglia. So that's in your wheelhouse of knowledge.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So
Is
you
it
all,
we're in the front, and then the 3 people, and then the 1 person?
yeah, technically there's a dwarvish lady with them as well. So technically, like 4
Oh,
people.
okay, 4
But yeah,
people.
y'all are in the front. And you make your way over to kind of not the total far end of the harbor, but you come across it. It's a solidly built, kind of like what would be described as like, it was like a Dutch flute ship or float. I don't know. I'll speak Dutch. But basically, good for trading and cargo. 3-mast. It's probably been, doing its thing for a while now. But it doesn't need a huge crew, and you actually see a couple others kind of like gradually boarding, and Florence, the dwarvish woman, will kind of excuse herself from the rest of you and kind of make her way over and actually kind of come up a little bit just past the 2 of you at the front and kind of go over to a few people who are kind of waiting. They kind of look like uncertain kind of traveler types, or maybe not sure, maybe fleeing something or other, definitely packing up, trying to find a different place to be and to go, and she seems to be aiding them and doing so, and helping them aboard the ship. And there's different kind of various sailors kind of messing with the rigging, and it looks like the tide is coming in currently, maybe another hour before high tide reaches its peak. But she seems to be kind of doing that as people gradually board the ship. So, what do you all do?
Is creepy seagull killer still following us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna. So we're in the front, and then the party, and then Sean, basically.
And then Sean, yeah, the older woman kind of bustled past you, and is basically going onto the ship now. So you guys are kind of just outside of the platform.
I guess
aboard the
I
ship.
go on the platform.
All right, so you're
I'm like,
right on that. Mid-step on.
Someone gonna stop me?
I'm gonna stop walking until I want the other people to walk past me, and then I want to turn around and face Sean.
Okay, great.
This red.
Do I clock that she's?
I will say what you see is that there are a lot of people boarding the ship. It looks like one hood up individual, kind of tall individual, which would be Megan's character, has started to go up the platform. The other hooded individual kind of stepped to the side, and then the party of 3 are kind of making their way and kind of almost at the edge of also kind of boarding. But it just seems like this person moved to the side. But there are people moving, stopping, getting bags, all that sort of thing. So that's what you clock as you are sneakily approaching. You, from what you can tell, nobody else seems to notice you though.
Okay. And I still have mine. Okay. All right. Okay.
Cool.
So do you keep walking?
Yeah. I'll keep walking.
Okay, then I'm gonna turn. Once you pass me, I'm gonna turn to face you. Still hood up. And I'm gonna say, "Are you hungry?"
Why would I be hungry?
Do you plan to eat this bird? And I'm going to throw open the satchel, your satchel.
You seem to like to touch other people's things, yeah?
You seem to like to kill birds. I'm just wondering why.
Well, what this bird is for me is my business, yeah? So why don't you keep your mitts off my shit?
Is this all like pretty loud?
I was gonna say, you guys are like starting. Yeah. So at this point, I would say that, so Foxtrot, you're kind of like, you haven't boarded the ship just yet, but you kind of look back and you see Bears has stopped talking to somebody, and like y'all are kind of like you're boarding the cruise ship, and y'all kind of turn because there's an altercation behind you.
I'm gonna roll an intimidation check, and I'm gonna just I'm gonna stare at her in her eyes while I say, besides, it doesn't seem that you really have a good eye out for everything. And if I can, DM, let me know if I can do this, because I want to roll an intimidation check, and I want to because I still kind of have my dagger, I just kind of want to just hold it down,
Give it a flash. Give
Give
it
it a
like
flashlight. Not just a flash. Like I want it to be like almost just by her stomach.
Okay.
That she, you know what I'm saying? Just
You're-
We're
like-
definitely hardcore watching, by the way.
as I'm looking in her eyes.
We're all staring at this.
Okay.
We're just
My hangover
staring.
is gone. I'm so ready to fight. Let's
Yes.
go.
No, I will say you can, as part of your intimidation, you can kind of raise your weapon, not attack, but like, bring it up as kind of in that threatening gesture. Go ahead and do an intimidation check, and Beardus, do an insight check to just kind of, we'll see how threatened you are by him and kind of.
That's 21.
Oh! Oh! All right, Ken, your 21. Your 21 doesn't beat my nat 24.
Oh, okay.
Are you for real? Get out of here.
So, Beardus, I would say that you can handle yourself. Looking at this individual, his demeanor, everything like that, this is someone who has definitely killed people before, has used this, isn't afraid to do so, and maybe doesn't have that much concern for a life, bird or otherwise.
Can I, do we all see that he pulled a knife?
Are you trying to be sneaky about that, Sean's nameless character?
I am.
Or?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I'll let y'all know.
Do a sleight of hand. Do a sleight of hand.
All right. Oh, jeepers, creepers. Well, that's a 6.
Okay. Yeah, y'all all see it. You're passive perception.
Beautiful.
But I'm still intimidating, nonetheless.
How quickly, with my 40-foot speed, could I close the distance to try to I'm not trying to get in the middle because that might startle him into stabbing, but I want to close a quick distance to just sort of be he's staring at her and then looks over her shoulder and there's just a faceless man staring him down with a spear, just you weren't there before. That's all I'm trying to do. How quickly can I get?
I would say, so I guess this is a marching order question. We'll just kind of retcon it a touch. But going up the walkway, what was the order? Because I know what was the order for, so first it was Megan, and then who would be next?
The three of us were just sort of walking in a line.
Okay, so we'll say, what we'll do is we'll say Red, Alistair, Brody. But with 40 feet of movement, I would say you're able to get there pretty quickly. So upon the flash of the knife, this kind of both verbal and then kind of eyeing each other, sizing each other up kind of exchange between Beardus and unknown Alistair, you're able to kind of, I would say move
do a
past.
quick pivot. Do I'm just walking casually. We're trying to look at these guys, and then I see the knife, and I'm like, damn it! And I go just zip over, fuck. I guess I have to get involved now.
Yeah. So I would say that you kind of suddenly see an individual with robes, faceless, kind of white mask, holding a spear, has just kind of stepped up. What do you do, Alistair?
If I see Alistair going, I'm gonna do a slow walk up. I'm gonna get there, but you're gonna see me coming.
We're the tortoise and the hare. That's our traveling name.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can I see Sean's character's face at this point, or are you hooded up still?
I'm hooded still.
Okay.
As Red is walking over, I'm just gonna slightly tap them and be like, sorry, excuse me, do you know this person?
Oh, the white mask guy? Yeah, I do. We're best
the,
friends, I think.
Okay.
My God, I love it.
No, the one that just pulled the dagger.
Oh no, but he's got a dagger. So I think I'm gonna. There might be a fight. So I would like to be there.
Okay, you go on ahead. I'll just stay here.
I will keep walking very slowly.
Okay, so we have Foxrose and Brody kind of like on the boarding bit as Red is slowly making her way down, and then Alistair, you've just kind of come up.
Close the distance a bit.
Close the distance, yeah.
I'm not even doing anything. I'm just sort of there so that if something, like, if nothing happens, nothing happens. But if I want to be there if something happens.
Okay. So you clock that, Sean, that there's been some attention drawn towards you, including a figure kind of stepping up.
Mm-hmm. And I'll look at Virdis, and I'll just say, listen, mate, we can either do this here, or you can get your mitts off my bag, and we
I'm
can
not
go
touching
off.
your bag.
Well, you can promise me that you won't touch my stuff ever again, and then we'll settle it from there.
I have no interest in touching your stuff. However, I do not like people who take life for sport.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna stop walking.
This dagger, this dagger. I don't know how to say this dagger here is has already taken a bit of life, and it seems that it ain't as bloody as it needs to be today. So.
And we're still hearing all of this.
I mean, at this point, your attention's on them. There's bustling and everything, but I would say
That voice sounds so familiar. I feel like I know this man.
You say to the elf.
Yeah, I just turned to this complete stranger. I think I know the stabby guy.
Can you make him stop, perchance?
Let me see if it's him. Charlie, is that you?
No.
I'm just gonna like ever so slightly look, and then I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear someone call my.
I guess it's not him.
Now look, mate.
Can
sure
I? You go first.
Finish your thought, Sean, and then Megan.
I'm sure you don't mean any harm, but I just need you to know that I'm not in the mood today. I've had a long night, an even longer evening before that. And
oh my God, Red! This is the guy that killed that bird. He's got that dead bird.
And I'm hungry.
Fighting that birds. Wow. What an interesting.
Can I just yell out to Viridis and Sean and the other people who have walked closer to them? And then can I also roll for persuasion? Can I just say, can we all be friends, please?
Give persuasion roll.
19.
Okay.
Great.
There's something about that, this kind of like beautiful voice, crystal clear, kind of calling out, hopeful, a little like, maybe a little like tremulous. There you go. That's a word. Trepidatious. I don't know.
Tear behind the mask.
It just kind of cuts through. And it does kind of like, for a second, distract you enough to maybe. And also, I would say, if it doesn't calm you, it does make you realize we are in a crowded harbor. There are guards around. There are sailors around. There are people in authority. You don't maybe want to make this mess.
I'll just put my dagger away while still looking at her in the eyes, not breaking eye contact, and just say, but I think I've killed enough already today.
How many of you killed today?
None of your fucking business, mate.
Can I insight check him? It's like 8 a.m. It's like fucking 8 a.m.
Yeah, sure.
I don't have no idea what timeline Brody and I were on, what time of the night it was.
An 18. I mean, he definitely killed that bird.
Without
That's true.
hesitation.
Got me there.
Without hesitation. He was loud.
He does look, I would say, like rough enough and had enough of a time, and maybe like a little Like, there's some sweat, there's some use, there's some wet, like maybe not this morning, but maybe late
recently,
early morning. Who knows? Yeah.
So I just think maybe we don't need to make a big ruckus. Are you guys all going to Anglia too?
I'm gonna hold Red Guy's gaze, and then I'll go ahead and start walking back towards the ship without saying anything else.
And
I just
I'll
keep
also
watching.
keep walking without saying anything right behind her towards the ship.
And as he walks by, Brody, I would say, as he physically passes you, it is Charlie.
I want to get right in his face. I thought it was you, Charlie. Charlie, please have a drink with me. I owe you so much. I would not be alive without you right now, Charlie.
Listen, mate. Whatever happened, and we had some fun times. We'll just leave it at that. All right.
Fair enough, Charlie. This is my good friend Charlie, everyone.
No,
Hi, Charlie.
Charlie has no friends. Charlie has no friends.
I just lean over to Red and I'm just like, well, that's a sad thing to proclaim to a crowd.
I was about to say friends are nice to have.
Why don't you want any friends?
Mate, just let me eat my fucking bird.
All right. Oh, I thought it was a bird fight. You killed the bird. Okay.
Ooh.
And with that, you hear kind of a call out of a ringing of the bell, and kind of like, oh, we need to board it. Like last boarding, last call, everybody onto the ship. And so you all make your way. They start bringing up kind of, again, various rigging, bring up the board and everything. They're kind of about to bring up the anchor. And as the high tide is at its peak, they are about to set sail, and you are all about to set sail on the Sprite on a fine summer's day. So you know where the setup is. It's pretty simple. Basically, there's like an upper deck, upper deck, and then like kind of the lower deck, but that's all outside. Underneath that is kind of, I think, basically a little bit of storage, but then also kind of general quarters for people to stay in. Some hammocks up that's kind of shared by both the sailors and any travelers. And there are different things, kind of like little rations and food and water and everything. And Florence tries to kind of seem to be making people find, as much comfort as they can in slightly cramped conditions. And then underneath that would be more kind of at the water line, and a little under would be more of the cargo hold area. And overall, I would say that this ship is pretty much probably like 100 by 30. So it's pretty sizable, 3-mast. But with cargo, with people, with all that, it gets, a little crowded as it goes along. You might have like 4 to 5 personal space in this setup. And for our first leg of this journey, as you all are setting off, would someone like to roll a d20 for me?
I'll do it,
Okay.
because I've been rolling real well. It's a 1.
I hate you.
Let's go.
It might not mean anything to me.
So confident.
The ship sinks.
Titanic, everybody. Look at that iceberg over there.
It's remarkable that there's an iceberg this close to town.
Yeah, wild. Okay. You all set off. The wind filling the sails. Going out to sea, you're able to leave the harbor area pretty easily, and you set off. And there's a good maybe like 2 to 3 hours of moving along. You all can either get settled or be on the deck. And yeah, so far, smooth sailing. If there's anything you'd like to do, you can do so.
I think I'm gonna find a spot in the sun, but kind of a little out of the way, like not hidden, but just sort of not in anyone's way, and just sort of do some basic meditation.
Okay.
Mm.
Nice.
Can I happen upon him?
I'm like on a box. I'm like up. I'm like slightly high off the ground on a box, just sitting there.
What are you doing?
It's meditation. It's a technique to focus the spirit.
You want to teach me how to do that?
Sure. Yeah. Do you have you ever done it before?
Don't think so.
Okay.
No.
So sit. Starting, it's easiest with your back against a wall.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And just be comfortable, and just don't think.
What? Rich, do a wisdom check for me.
Oh no. Okay. I knew she was gonna be bad at this. Oh, incredibly bad. That's a dirty one.
A dirty one.
I mean,
That's great.
Amazing.
yeah.
You're telling me
I love
that
it.
crystal clear instruction didn't help?
Yeah, that'll make no sense.
Like, try not to think. Try not to.
If you want, I have a cheat.
Oh.
I open up I go into my bag. I pull out my herbalism kit. Pull out a pipe and some herb and hand it to her.
Yes, good, excellent.
I just get you super stoned.
Super stoned. Yes, and that is that. Yes, absolutely. So I'll do that. Ruthie, are you gonna have some as well? Is this what you do every time? I have a feeling I'm gonna need this every time.
Eventually, you learn how to do it without, and then that way I can save that and enjoy that.
That makes so much sense. All right, here we go.
Also, you breathe in your nose and out your mouth. Some people like to make noises when they breathe, but I think it's a little bit wanky,
Sure, yeah, that total, yeah, that sounds like that, yeah, right, so.
And there's a little bit of smoke that gradually billows up.
I'm just taking a nap on top of this box.
Yeah.
Like on my lap. I just sort of I stop. I come out of my meditation and realize I have Red's head on my lap, and I'm just like, I kind of needed to go pee, but I guess I'm stuck here. So just go back into meditation
in the sunshine. And as that kind of occurs, you notice that the wind kind of dies down a little bit elsewhere on the ship.
I'm also on deck. I'm just like leaned over the side, looking out, singing a little song, being all cute, having my hair blow in the wind.
Cute.
Where is Charlie?
She ain't letting it rest.
I'm just wondering where you are.
I mean, Charlie found maybe like a couple boxes stacked up on each other that kind of obscure him from the rest of the team, and he's just sitting there and drinking the rest of his drink that he had, the bottle of what he had. But he can still kind of like, if he wants to lean forward and look around, he can still see anybody who's like to the right and left of him.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'll say
Your back is covered. Yeah.
Yeah.
if there's a way that I can at least be aware of where Charlie is, but also kind of like in the vicinity of Fox Rose, but not in a like invasive space kind of way, then that's where I'll be. And I'll just
Charlie, are you above deck or are you below deck? Or on
I'm
deck?
above deck. I'm above deck. It's fine. I
Okay.
I like the sun still, despite my that's why I fell asleep at the docks.
Sure. So then, yeah, I would say then with Fox Rose kind of leaning out, kind of humming a lovely tune, and then, yeah, Charlie kind of nestled. You can easily kind of like lean up, post up against something, look like you're looking out, but keep eyes on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also with my hood up, she has people who are trying to like find me have disadvantage on perceiving me.
Okay.
So,
Good to know. Noted.
just in case.
Thank you. Yeah. If someone's actively looking for you.
Yeah.
Cool.
If she really wants to know where I am.
Yeah. As far as you know, I would say Veritas, you like kind of clocked. He maybe went over that direction.
Okay.
You want to look hard for him later? You can. We'll cross that bridge. But if you kind of know, he's kind of over there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good enough.
Ooh, we are on a boat and I've made new friends today.
You hear it just kind of.
Alistair is like sort of like haphazardly, absent-mindedly stroking Red's head when he hears this.
Oh.
Charlie's just like,
Red is just like humming it really, really badly in her sleep.
Brody knows Charlie, but Charlie tried to kill my friend.
Speaking of Brody, where are you getting comfortable?
I think I've just found a spot up deck, trying to get a little sun on my pale ass skin. Probably nearish Alistair and Red, since I've kind of pseudo made friends with them at this point, and Charlie made it very clear he does not want to be friends. So kind of near them, not really like getting in on the meditation side of things. But I'll ask Alistair and Red. So you said we're going to Anglia?
Yeah.
What?
I probably should have asked before. What are we doing? What's our business there? I just kind of jumped along for the ride.
Well, we're all sort of doing our own thing.
Well, didn't she want some kind of protection on the boat?
Well, so
Right.
she is, unless I'm extremely bad at my job. She, her name's Florence, right?
Yes.
Florence is a cleric of Ilmater. Is it Ilmater or Ilmater?
We'll go with the Mater.
And I am I'm a member of an order of the church dedicated to helping clerics and otherwise. So I'll just hang out with her as long as she needs help. Red, you just said you wanted to make money and then kill the King of Scotland.
We might get to that part eventually. I've got to get really good at fighting, though. God, I'm so sleepy right now.
So how do the two of you
That's
plan to
the
make money? Out of curiosity.
Oh, that would be me. I fight people, and then other people give me money because I'm really good at it.
I get a small stipend from the church. It's about 5 gold per month.
So prize fighter and passive income. Two of you do.
Why did you say woof? Is 5 gold not good?
A month, my guy.
I think
I can make
probably
that
need to
for-
find another job. I don't know if that's going to cut it.
That's why I've got him now. We're gonna make so much fucking money together, and he's gonna take care of me because like I get hurt a lot, obviously.
I
fight
do
people.
sometimes get paid as well for I have knowledge of medicine, so I don't charge for my services, but donations.
Which is really nice.
What about you, Brody? I assume you make your money from
I had a lot of money saved up and before I went on my travels, so I was just kind of living off that until it's gone. It's getting lower every day, though.
That is up. That cat pulled.
Cat's back.
I throw my spear.
The giant, another forest cat. Brody, real quick, do a history check for me. History or religion, you can choose.
I'll do religion, if that's all right. It's a cool 9.
Cool.
Ooh, nah.
Okay, so he's a dude that. Okay, everything that he told you is like, okay, that seems like maybe like an order or a religious thing or whatever. Different clerics, different groups, different. Whatever. Awesome.
Is Ilmater a name that I recognize based on who I used to work for?
I will say,
or is that
yes.
a different deity?
So, no, so it would be the same. So I would say, okay, so him, in regard to Alistair, what he does, that sounds like a little, that's maybe more involved, all the specifics of that. But Ilmater.
Mater? I don't know. I don't know what we landed on there. I forgot.
I forgot
He's
too.
the truck from Cars.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I was like, I want it to be Mater.
Larry the Cable Guy. Who worships Larry the Cable Guy?
Oh, good God.
That's why I said Ilmater, because
Yeah,
it
Ilmater.
just feels a little
Ilmater.
further from
Ilmater.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah. Ilmater it is.
Ilmater, so it's not Mater. But I would say you are familiar with that particular deity who is very much kind of known as like the god of like comforting those in need, comforting the suffering, kind of known as the suffering god, and is along with 2 other deities, kind of the main 3. They're called the triad, that are officially worshipped in Anglia. Those are like that make up kind of like the Church of Anglia. It'll be Ilmater, Tyr, and Gorm. So I would say you would know that from life and stuff.
So if you'd like to, before I suggest joining the Red Douglas in brawling, what do you do?
Like I said, I travel a lot.
I mean, okay, so you're not a fighter?
Oh no, you could see like when I move like my arms out, I'm very, very thin. There is barely any muscle on this man at all.
I know quite a few clerics who physically not that impressive, but they can do powerful magic. So I just wasn't sure if perhaps you might know some tricks.
I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Yes, I can take care of myself in a fight.
Well, that's good.
That is good.
Go ahead.
Well, if you, I don't know if you want to come and watch. If you travel, you can travel with me and you can watch me fight. I always love a good audience. That's all.
Happily be an audience for you, sure.
I knew I would like you.
You all are chatting and discussing various things, or keeping eyes, or lurking, or singing songs, or all the things that you do on the ship. A little bit more time passes. It's pretty slow going. The wind's definitely died down.
Like a 1 out of 20 worth of wind.
Yeah. I would perhaps describe it.
At least it's not an iceberg.
One might describe it on that scale of But as the sun is setting, some of the sailors and some of the people, some people might be kind of still feeling a little seasick, not necessarily have the greatest travel. Actually, go ahead, everybody, make a Constitution saving throw.
Are we passing over the
Man.
Gulf of
Vizcaya.
Oh,
You
my
are, yes.
Lord. 3.
Okay.
You said con?
Yep. Saving throw.
22.
22.
13.
Good. 13. Okay.
Con
8.
saving-
8. Okay.
16.
Wait, where would I find? Oh, saving throws. 12.
12. Okay. I would say both Charlie and the Red Douglas. It's not all at the same time. But at some point or another, kind of like during this, even though it's kind of slow going, you do get a little greener on the gills. You do kind of, and maybe it was all the stuff
I
you
knew
drank
it.
last night. But 100% at one point or another, you will throw up the remnants of something that you drank last night over the edge.
Or seagull.
I'll give the Red Douglas after she throws up. I'll give her some mint from my herbalism kit and just have her chew on it.
Oh, thank you.
But despite that, like I said, people kind of coming up for the evening, maybe having some dinner, having some food, and you notice a few of the sailors are actually kind of playing some games and playing a bit of gambling as everybody kind of gathers around.
Oh, wow. At the sound of that, Charlie stands up and makes his way towards the gambling. But like he's not gonna get in the game, he's just gonna kind of stand back and observe.
Okay, go ahead and do, I don't know, a history check.
Okay.
Do you recognize the game that they're playing? It's with dice. It's two people kind of having at least two dice.
I don't think so. That's a 7.
Okay, yeah. From what you can glean, it's basically like 2 die. They kind of roll. One is either happy or sad, but they kind of clock you. And I would say it's there's a human, kind of maybe kind of weathered and kind of dark hair, kind of glints in his eye, kind of looks up at you. You want to play?
Well, yeah. Go on then.
All right. This is Timora's Tease. Have you heard of it?
Nope.
All right. I'll teach you the rules. We both place a bet, and you got your 2 die. You roll.
Mm.
If you get a 7, or if you get a 12, you win. Everything on the table. If you don't get it right off the bat, you could always double your bet. Roll 1 more time. See if you win. But if you don't get a 7, you don't get a 12, you lose. So we'll go back and forth with the first to do it.
Okay. Well, go on then.
All right.
You humans first.
All right. That's a 4, but I'm gonna roll again. Let's see.
Oh, are you? Did you say that was part of the rules?
Yeah, you double your bet.
I know, I just joking. I just wanted to make sure that you said it was part of the rules.
So he's put 1 copper down, and he's gonna put another copper. They're kind of just playing, kind of for fun.
Okay.
Okay. 6. No luck for me. But maybe you can win the pot.
Maybe. And I'll chuck a gold piece in there. Let's see how we do. What do I have to
So roll 2d6 and then see if you get a 7 or a 12.
Yeah. Oops. Okay, 2d6, 7 or 12. Come on. That's a 9. It's all right. Let's try this again.
So you roll 1. You're gonna double. You're gonna add another gold to it.
Yeah, add another gold to it. It's all right. Here we go. Nah, that's a 6.
Okay. So
Gold.
the third individual who is there, woman, maybe half elven or some kind of elven, olive skin, kind of curly brown hair, rolls. Well, that's a 7, friend. Oh, she should have a different accent. Right, that's a 7, friend. And it is, I rolled a 7. So she takes your 2 gold and the other copper pieces that were there and is the winner.
I do not like that. All right. Let's see how you do when I up the ante. How about we play a different game, huh? Yeah.
I don't know what Virdis and
Excellent.
Foxrose, if you guys want to, but I'm just imagining us as a haphazard peanut gallery watching this on the sides. So when he says that, Alistair just very quietly says, "I thought he upped the ante when he put in gold. Do I not understand how
was
games
sure
work?"
what that
that's
meant.
exactly what I thought as well, yes.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I mean, I usually gamble with like my fists, so I don't know.
I'm gonna
Right.
reach into my backpack and I'm gonna throw out the dead seagull in the middle.
But that's
She
not
looks at
really
you.
Yeah, I
upping the
wasn't expecting
ante.
that.
Does anyone know what
Right.
the market value of a dead bird is?
I don't know.
Not that
I don't
much.
think he knows how to play this game.
Right.
I'll turn to Virdis. You seemed to get upset about the bird. What would you say a bird's value is?
I mean, at this point, I don't believe it has any use in the game.
Yeah, that's been in that bag for a while. I think you probably should have treated that meat.
And in
Maybe
fact,
the sea salt added something.
I didn't consider that
Okay.
actually. Yeah.
Well,
right, so
I'm gonna tell her a little story about this bird. And you see, this bird here was real special to me. Yeah, it goes back a long way to when I didn't have any food and there was only one thing to eat, and that was this bird here. So I keep it in me bag so that in times like this,
Morning.
I can, in times like this, I can feel grateful for something. Now, I'm gonna give you this.
make a deception check.
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying.
Before you-
No, okay, that's a 23.
But the peanut gallery is just sitting here being like, wasn't that this morning?
I was about to say, but
was
maybe roll
definitely
a
this
deception if people are
morning.
chatting. Or roll with disadvantage with people kind of chatting nearby.
We're just sitting there like, didn't he get that this morning? Didn't we see
I
the feathers?
literally killed it thus
No, let him have,
All right, with
let him have his
disadvantage,
bird
that's a
story. Let him
13.
have it.
A 13. Okay, she's like kind of vaguely over here, but she's very distracted by this dead bird and this weird guy.
Now,
she's
now this is
all along.
a new game. If you roll a 7, I'm gonna eat this bird. If I roll a 7 or a 12, you're gonna kill me 2 more birds out the sky right there. And if you don't kill the 2 birds out the sky on your first shot, then I'm gonna kill your mate next to you here.
No, you're not.
Who's rolling the fake dice?
You're not gonna. That. Sorry.
That's not how any of that works.
Right, no, I appreciate everyone. Yeah, we're gambling for fun. Wait, no, my accent suddenly changed. I'm so sorry. I'm reeling from this bird game. So, it's all right, everyone. I am.
Oh my God! Did he just invent Angry Birds?
My dude, this is the origins of Angry. Roll the dice. Yeah. What are you afraid of? Roll the dice.
There are no birds around. It's evening. I mean, they're kind of gone off. I think they're elsewhere.
All
could
I
try
hear
to-
is excuse. You want me to
Fine.
play your game.
My
Now you don't
game.
want to play my game.
You're not very good at losing, are you? And she's gonna take her stuff and just kind of like walk away and give her maid a pat on the back. I'm not gonna risk the life of a fellow sailor, my mate here. So no, in fact, you can shove the bird up your ass. And walks away.
The quietest thing anyone has ever heard. Like literally only like Red Red, who's on the right, and then whoever wants to be on the left of Alistair are the only ones who could possibly hear. Should I offer him some help for that burn?
Red erupts in laughter. Just does not hide it.
Charlie,
Funny.
maybe you should go have a rest, Charlie. Don't threaten people on the ship.
Yeah, no, you know what? I like her. She shoots it straight. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna talk to her a little bit more.
Charlie, do you like her?
Oh,
I like her enough.
You like
to
her
talk
like
to
her?
Look, I heard you singing your little sea shanties over there, and I don't need your happiness. Ruining my bird sandwich that I'm about to have.
I can come with you and play some romantic music in the back.
If you think it'll help. Okay, come on, go.
Oh, I definitely follow because I don't trust that as far as I can throw it.
Oh my god.
Should we go with this? Seems like it'll be hilarious.
I would love to watch this. Yes, let's go.
Yeah,
Pull
Brody.
out my loot. I'm like
Come on.
strumming.
Brody,
We all go watch. I think I drag Brody with us.
I have
Oh, well, all right.
I have a candle in my bag. I'm gonna light the candle.
This is actually the direction we're going. Okay.
I'm gonna just like I have a tie my little
Are you
shit,
playing a
my bird.
ukulele? That's amazing.
I'm gonna tie my bird to a
Yes.
string and just hang it over the candle.
Oh my gosh.
Are you treating it at all? Are you plucking the feathers in?
No.
All right. Walking down the steps to below deck, we have Charlie with a lit candle, with a bird, and a headless seagull that is rancid tied to it.
Feathers still on.
No, they're still
They're
on.
still
yeah,
on.
yeah. Blood all
It's been in the
goopy
danger.
now.
It's
We're
been in the
breaking
temperature
fire
danger
code
zone
here.
for hours.
It's summer. It's been in a bag.
I love their bag.
It's jerky. It's jerky.
C-A.
But then a lovely tune. Go ahead and do a performance check for me.
Okay, here we go. That's a 10.
No, not you. Well, that's fine. You
Oh,
can do
not
one
me?
too.
Oh, no,
I
no.
was really more thinking about the music, but no, it's
Yeah.
that sounds about okay. Sure.
19.
Damn.
19.
Ooh.
The song's lovely. It's very kind of like upbeat, heartfelt. You all kind of one by one make your way down. As you do, immediately, someone gets shoved into you, Charlie. Candle goes out. Oh, reeling back. You all kind of like made your way down. I would say that maybe like Brody and Alistair kind of at the top of the steps, everybody's made their way down. And suddenly you have two, looks like grown men, two humans. Part of the whole traveling group, it seemed, are fighting, like really brawling, but in kind of like
Let's go.
like I would say just from like looking at them, it's like they're like kind of wobbly. They're a little like they seem like they're kind of barely like
Might be
hitting.
drunk.
Yeah, like they're definitely drunk and they're fighting. And you look around, and there's more people fighting. And you see this sailor woman kind of like confused, trying to like stop stuff from happening. But there seems to be at least like 4 different brawls currently going on. Go ahead, everybody make a perception check for me.
Can I just jump into a fight?
Yeah, 100%. You don't care. Go for it. Just throwing fist. Going at it.
5.
Okay, 5.
Nice.
15.
A 6.
15.
I'm
6.
17.
Concentrating on my music.
6,
Okay.
if that matters.
21.
Okay. So anybody who rolled above, let's see. If you rolled above a 13, raise your hand. A. Okay.
And Sean.
Oh yeah.
And Sean.
21
Yeah.
is bigger than 13.
I know. I was reading something.
Yeah. So there's fighting going on. You're still playing boxes. You're just trying to keep it along.
Does it switch to yakety sax?
Yeah. You're fighting, Red. Just going at it, having a good old left and right hook in them. Yeah. Brody, you see a rat missing a tail, maybe like 20 feet away, staring straight at you. The rest of you, those three, and then it scurries away. The rest of you, kind of maybe just like 60 feet, kind of down further, maybe where the cargo hold is, you catch the glimpse of bright golden eyes, and then it disappears.
So our first session went a little long, and we've decided to split it up into 2 parts. Didn't take a bathroom break, but you can take a bathroom break or a snack break. Whatever. Take your break and then come back for part 2 of the session.